Yes. Stitch. Well, hello there, my kings, queens, and everybody in between. My name is Ashley, aka Yar Stitch. I thank you. And welcome to my Flosstube channel, where I discuss all my cross stitch and whatever decides to compute inside the head and fall out of the mouth. Controlled chaos. Welcome. If you're a new viewer, thank you for deciding to spend your day, evening, night, afternoon, whenever with myself. I do appreciate it. Come in, sit down, take a seat, which is what you do when you sit down. It's going well so far. Get yourself a drink, grab a coaster, all the usual. If you're a returning viewer, the hashtag Flosstube family, part of the nerd herds with the geek chic. Thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate it. There's apparently a few more of you. My numbers have gone up a little bit since the last video, so that's nice. So thanks for turning up and deciding to spend your time with me. Okay. Well, you're all here for cross stitch, surprisingly. Well, some of you might not be. Why? But for those of you that are, let's get into that. Good. So I stuck to my plans again. Kind of. So week one, just as I manoeuvre myself about here, week one I worked on a gift, the one for my niece, which is the Hogwarts Crest, which is an 11 count printed Aida with floss that came in said pack. The last time that you saw it, it looked like this, which is obviously lovely, gorgeous, lovely, little gorgeous, lovely. But now, it looked like this. Now, the difference you guys can probably see is that I've done more of the border around the top of the crest and down the side. I'm also working on some of the golden on the inside parts as well, which, if we zoom in, technology. Yeah, I kind of worked on the lines are over the top there, down and then into the middle there. Not sure who the artist is or who keyed it all up, because my brother-in-law gave it to me in a blank kind of, well, it was wrapped, but in kind of a blank packaging a couple of years back for a Christmas. So I'm not sure. If anyone knows, please feel free to let me know, and I will obviously praise them for this amazing pattern. But yeah, this is the current state of the Hogwarts Crest. Yay! Yeah. That's obviously, as I said, the gift for my niece. Just again, not like that I set plans. Have said I'd like to do that by her birthday this year, which is November. We'll see if it happens. Okay. So up next, just to keep with the theme slightly, is, I say the theme. The theme, it's not a gift, but I'll tell you after the next one. It's going to make sense, I promise. Okay, so with the theme here for this and the last one just being that they were 11 count printed Aida kits. This kit is the Chinese Dragon by Cukol, which when it is finished will obviously look like this. And then last time that you saw them, they look like so. I'm still getting used to this kind of, enjoy. And now, it does look like this. So as you can see, just kind of mindless cross stitching, done a few hundred, probably 2 and a bit, 100 stitches in there, just the same colour again, which has been quite nice. Just easy simple stitching while I'm listening to audiobooks or TV or what else. So yeah, that's that one. Beautiful. Next one is one of my favourite pieces that I currently have, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show it to you because of the size of it. I'm hoping I can. If not, I will put a picture in. But before going any further, this piece is called Dragon Bones Underwater. The artwork is by Stefan Koidl and it was charted by Paula at Contemporary Cross. When it is finished, it will beautifully look like this. last time that you saw it, I mean, that. Should have been unwrapping this while you were looking at that and doing this stuff, but I wasn't, because why would I be helpful? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to show you guys this at all in one go. So, yeah, what we're going to do is I'm just going to cover myself over with it, apparently. And if I... Can I? Let's I should have prepped this, really. So, there's one part of it, which obviously you've probably seen from the last bit. But then the other part is that. Now, so you can see it all properly, I'm going to put the picture in now. Which, while you're looking at it, you can listen to me talk over it. My main aim with this was to get to the left-hand side of it, because I wanted to see how big it was next time I took it off, and like when I take it off, so I can see how much I'm doing and everything. Yeah, that was my main kind of aim with that. It's on 14 count white aida with the called for flosses. As I said, yeah, it was one of my focuses alongside the theme with this dragon one, because now let me get this right, so I'm going to read from my notes. Erica of Fibers and Floss Canada and Samantha from the Higa Stitcher, who I will put in the doobly-doos, have set up a new SAL, and why would I not jump on one if I can? I asked, they said yes. I was like, yes. So what happened was, yeah, they've set up a SAL, which is hashtag Year of the Dragon SAL, which is what it says on the tin, in all honesty. You've got a dragon picture, you stitch with it and use the hashtag, and we all join in together and we all look at each other's progress. I found out about it from Andrew, the runner stitcher. So yeah, looking forward to see his project. I saw his video came out today, I believe. It's the 28th of February. Tomorrow's 29th, so hopefully it should have up. I'm probably not going to upload tonight. It's probably going to be... You don't need to hear this. We'll talk about it later. So yeah, so hashtag Year of the Dragon SAL. That's currently what I'm working on with those two. Yeah, it's the Stefan Koidl contemporary cross picture is... It's been so hard to put down. It's kind of taking over a little bit. So next month I may take out this one and just stitch on that one for the Year of the Dragon, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what happened with that. Next up we have one that I didn't expect to stitch on, but the reason I did is because I know it's February. February. It's the second month of the year. And it's technically still winter. However, halfway through this month, the sun broke and it felt a little bit like spring. Just a little bit like, you know, I went outside, don't get me wrong, it wasn't boiling hot, but it wasn't freezing cold anymore, which was quite nice. So, what Ego had done is because I thought, oh, it's springtime, I need to stitch on something spring. So I stitched on something spring, which, as it had been a while, I decided I would stitch on this Life in Countryside. Not sure who the artist is, and from what I'm aware, I'm not allowed to mention the manufacturer, so I won't. However, yeah, 14 count Aida with floss that came in the kit. Last time that you saw it, it looked like this. Because, yeah, the piece that I'm doing for my nan, because, you know, it kind of reminds me of her, of a piece that she did. But anyway, now it looks like this. It's so pretty. So, in case you are wondering what I had worked on, words, not my forte. Newcomers, enjoy. But basically, what I had worked on is, in the bottom here, there's lots more greens that I filled in, and I've started filling in some more of the greens up here. It was a green leafy day, so I just felt like, you know, green leaves, so yay. I say 14 count Aida, springtime. Ooh, I just stabbed myself, doo-dah. Really kind of hurt a bit. It's fine, just dramatics. So, after that, I decided to work on another gift because, you know, it's supposed to be stitching on gifts for people. So the next gift I picked was the medieval favourite, which we're currently calling GOEST. Now, new viewers, I am ever so sorry about this, but I'm not really. My friend wanted me to stitch this for them, so they bought the pattern, which when it is finished, apologies, will look like this. It's lovely, isn't it? The last time that you saw it, on the last video, it looked like this. And as of today, because I was working on it today as well, it looks like this. I know, can I stretch that out a bit? But like, kind of, yeah. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? It is so lovely. It really is. I mean, so I've obviously done a lot more colour. If I found a colour and I found the number, I stitched it. Like, I'm currently working on the pinky purples that are going to go down this side here. But we're getting there, like I say. That's 14 count Aida. That was from Sacred Thread Designs on Etsy, it says on the PDF. So at the beginning of the month, we were on 735 stitches, which was 10.06% of the entire thing. We're now on, I should have done 4 more stitches, so it was the year of my birth, but it's not. So we're now on 1981. 3 more stitches to make it 984. Maths! Yes, so we're now on 1981 stitches, which is 27.03%, which, I mean, again, just, it's so beautiful. It is. I should have stitched this, no, stop. Spilt milk. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. That's for my friend Charlotte. If you're watching, Charlotte, you're welcome. Right. So, where do we go next? Next, one of those other SALs that I jumped on, because I'm just going to throw it in here. Considering I started the SAL last month, I don't have any more of the threads that I needed because I haven't gone through and checked in my threads because I've been stitching other stuff and doing other stuff. For my Gotta Stitch 'Em All SAL for Pokemon. So that will just roll over to next month. So, to another SAL. One that you're aware of, guys. The hashtag Gnomes Everywhere SAL, which was started by some ladies. I can't. Might be Kayla, might be Lauren stitching with my little E. Those guys, no. Kayla and Lauren stitching with my little E, obviously. My gal pals. Hey gals. Yeah, they started this, and I was not one to be pulled into SALs at all until I found this. He's known as Hippie Gnome 5 on CrossStitchingGoods on Etsy. I call him Waymond because if you know, you know, everything everywhere all at once. So obviously that was what he looked like last time. That's what he looks like when he's finished. The last time that you saw him, he looked like this. I've been sticking some bits up on Insta as well, but currently when we get rid of this little bit of thread that's on the side there, he now looks like this. So he's got some more places that he's sitting. Then he's got more stuff that he's sitting on, really, more of the stuff there that we're working on, which is lovely. Be kind. Waymond, if you know, you know. Please let me know if you know, because you know, we know. Okay, so the bits and bobs on this was, start of February, we were on 657 stitches, which was 4.05%. We're now on 1,263, which is 7.79% according to this. So, yeah. It's all beautiful, it's all lovely. I love my Waymond. Great. Next. Right, the next thing I worked on, I completely forgot I had, if I'm honest. And it was only because I was going through my bags recently. I was like, oh my god, it's a gift. I can add it to the list. So I started stitching on this as well. So this piece is a piece called Celtic Wheel by Joan Elliot. I thank you, my snap. which I'm doing for a friend, which if you're watching, I hope you're not watching, but if you are watching, you probably know it's for you, if I'm honest. So yeah, that was obviously what it will look like when it's finished. This is what it looked like last time that you saw it. And this, my honey bunches, when he unfolds, when he unfolds, no, when it is unfolding technically, we're just gonna do this. And this is what it looks like now. It's lovely. It's on 14 count beige Aida with the Call for flosses. I'm just going to fold it up a tiny little bit so we can bring it in a bit closer. Now, the rest of the bottom of the border, he says, was basically, I wasn't working on it because I'd mucked up, but I've gone through and I'd sorted it. So then I went back round and I just wanted to fill some more colours in. So I'm going to go around and do technically what all the borders and the lines are first, and then I'm going to go around and do each of the Celtic holidays, festivals, one by one, starting with Yule and ending with Samhain. So that's where we are with this one. It's beautiful colours, it really, really is. So yeah, that's where I've got with that one. And at that point, weirdly, 15 minutes in, I guess, that's all my stitching. That's all I've done for the month. So if that's what you were here for, feel free to get up, go away, do something else. If you're here for more, let's get right on that. So in the life of Ashley, what has been going on? In the life of Ashley, what's been going on? Last weekend was my niece's 18th birthday, which is shocking because I'm sure she was only born a couple of months ago. Yeah. So that was nice. We all family together, went out for a meal. A load of us put on shirts that had her face on from different points in her life, you know, just to get the full-fledged embarrassment for her. Which, yeah, so it was a lovely day seeing obviously family and celebrating my niece's birthday. I've been walking a lot recently because I've been trying to get back on my exercise and stuff. Kind of fallen off it a little bit. I say not, well, the walking, the eating healthily and stuff. It just did, I was doing so well, and then it all just kind of stopped for a bit. But it's okay because March is coming in. Well, we're going to do it again. It's going to be fine. But no, I have been walking a little bit more recently because, as I said, spring has sprung. And it's been a little bit warmer. But when I've been walking as well, because obviously I walk and I listen to my audiobook, or I stitch something and I listen to my audiobook. I only have so many hours on Spotify. So when they ran out, I kind of felt like, oh, well, I'm not going to be going out and walking then. I thought, well, that's just silly. So I've been listening to a certain kind of sound when I go out walking, which has been nice, but I'll explain that in 2 seconds. Right, so cut forward to a bit. Yeah, anyway, it's great. I've been listening currently to, obviously, say an audiobook, which is Dark is the Moon by Ian Irvine, which is the 3rd book in the View from Avira Quartet. Picture. I've been audiobooking that at the moment, which is cool. But obviously, so that would run out at certain points. So yeah. Anyway, before I start going off in completely randomly different directions, on top of listening to that audiobook, I also said, as I wanted to start listening to audiobooks because then that forced me to read. I've also started reading again. Now, I've got this habit here apparently of reading stuff that I've already read, but there were 3 books that I read that I thought were one after the other in a set, and I've found out that they were no way at all. So what I've done is I've downloaded the first one, found out that I read it, but I read it again just to make sure. That book is this. Mark Chadbourne's World End, which is the 1st book in the Age of Misrule series. Now, as we're aware, long-termers, I like my Greek myth, I like my ancient history and all that. I have kind of over the past months, over the past few years, we'll say a couple of decades maybe, basically saturated with Greek and Egyptian and Norse and all that. This set of books is about the mythology / folklore of the Isles that I live on. It's all Celtic mythology and things like that, but I don't really want to give away what it is, but right, it's basically, it's, you know, the end of the world universe. Oh my god, everything's going to be bad, and then you've got your heroes that turn up, blah blah blah. However, this isn't like your Percy Jacksons or your Hunger Games. This is more of a gothic horror, rather adult kind of book, if I'm honest. I wouldn't advise teenagers read it. You know, maybe, I'm probably just a bit sensitive, but yeah, basically, I've been reading that. Now, while I read that, so I don't get distracted, because I don't know if you can tell, I can get very distracted very easily. Sparkles. Yay. So what I do is, I've been putting on, because obviously of the source material, I've been putting on Celtic instrumental kind of ambience music. Because obviously it kind of relates to the subject matter. But as I said as well, when I go walking, that is also what I put on, because I find it very relaxing. You know, it's kind of your plinky plunky, every now and again you'll get an ethereal vocal. But yeah, I say it's been quite, I mean, don't get me wrong, 9 times out of 10 I'll end up with like a Lord of the Rings song turning up, or I'll hear like a Skyrim or Elder Scrolls, or a lot of the time I keep getting this song which I can't remember what it is specifically, but it's one that I'm not even gonna attempt. But yeah, basically it's a song that people know. But yeah, but I listen to that while I go for my walks and in the sun, and it's like really lovely. I sat down at a duck pond the other day. I'm so old. I'm really not. But it was just nice. You know, that plinky plunky music going on, the breeze, it wasn't cold, it wasn't warm, the ducks playing about. I didn't know whether I could throw them bread, because there was a sign saying please don't throw bread, but that's what we always used to do for the ducks, so I don't know. I may have to Google what ducks eat and go back. But yeah, I say that's kind of been what I've been reading to and listening with. That's what I've been enjoying literaturally wise. Yeah. Up next, yeah, so kind of on the topic again of myth, as you're aware, me and my friend were watching Percy Jackson. We had the finale to do, we finished it. I mean, I'm biased, I'm a Percy Jackson fan. I thought it was brilliant. Better than the movie, definitely gonna say that. Definitely better than the movie. Yeah, I say all the actors, random. I really like Percy's mum. Oh, they cast that woman very well. Don't get me wrong, she doesn't have a big part, really, but the way she comes across, that snaps for that woman in that part. She's great. Yeah, and I'm just now waiting on season 2, which was cool. So obviously we finished that now. Next, me and my friend are going to be going on to the live action Avatar Last of the Airbenders. We've watched the first episode, which again I thought was really good. I had watched the first several episodes of the cartoon, but I wasn't going to watch the entire cartoon just so I could sit and in my brain compare it against the show. I mean, it's going to be the same story at the end of the day, so I'll just watch one of them, it's fine. And also that cuts down, like, you know, however many episodes there were going to be. But yeah, so we're currently watching that, which, I say, I've done one episode, really impressed, like the acting, like the characters, the graphics are beautiful. Now you have to wait for some of those cross stitches to come out, as I would be doing with the Percy Jackson cross stitches that I'm waiting for people to make still. Please make them now, please, people, if you're watching. Thank you. So yeah, there's that. What else TV wise is, ladies and gentlemen, it's back. We know it's back. You guys knew it was back because I said it was back last time. But Drag Race season 16 is back and in full swing. It is amazing. I'm not going to give any spoilers, really. However, the girl group challenge, which was a couple of weeks back, was amazing. Don't get me wrong, the right team won. However, my favourite line was, "Oh my God, babes, wake up, it's dawn." Means nothing to anyone unless you watched it. Okay, that was amazing. And at the same time, UK versus the World season 2 is back. Not really sure on that one. I mean, decent-ish set of queens. I've got my favourites. I want, who have I written down? I want the Grande Dame to win. She's France. Sorry, France. Sorry if that's really loud. I do apologise, and to my neighbours that may have just heard that. I like France. And just trying to think who else on there I would like. I mean, Gothy. I'd like it if she, you know, she's basically the pork chop of the UK. People don't know what I'm talking about. She went home first in season 1 and she's back. I hope she gets a decent amount through. But yeah, currently I'm rooting for France, Le Grand Dame. So yeah, there's Drag Race. What else have I been watching? Guys. I watched this. It was amazing. I gosh darn loved it. I really did. It was amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a Kamala stan ever since Ms. Marvel came out. I weren't too sure what to expect from it, but I knew the characters prior. I say I am a Marvel fan anyway, but this just, for me, I know it got a load of bad press from people, and it was like, oh, okay, well, people were giving it press before they'd even watched it, so you've already made your assumptions, you know, and it was just, oh, we didn't ask for this. Well, none of us asked for Iron Man in the beginning either, did we? But we got it. You don't have to like everything, that's fine. I do, because I'm a people pleaser. But no, yeah, so Ms. Marvel, Kamala stan, I will burn the world for that girl. I won't. But yeah, so it was great. Yeah, comedy, action, the feels. One of the best mothers in Marvel history. And not to say much more, but if anyone watches the post-credit scenes and know what they mean, please either sound off in the comments or message me on Instagram, yas_stitch on Instagram, and we will discuss it, because oh my God, because obviously we've had the Deadpool Wolverine trailer as well, and stop the geekness, chicness, yes. Okay, so there was that. Also kind of along the lines of Marvel as well, I've heard that Morbius, that was badly reviewed. It wasn't part of the MCU one. Morbius is leaving Netflix, and barring Captain Carter, that is the only thing I haven't watched so far of Marvel, so I do need to get on that. Because also, I mean, a lot of people say it's cack. That's my zhuzh. I love cack. Someone's got to, you know, but I love it. So if someone wanted something enough that they were going to make it to get it out there, I'm probably the person that's going to watch it. So there was that. Moving on to shoutouts. This person I'm going to mention I found recently. I think they're a relatively new Flosstuber. Her name is Amy Make, Sew and Create on YouTube. I don't think that's her Instagram. Whatever her Instagram is, I'll find out and I will stick it down in the bitsy bobs. Yeah, so she's a relatively new Flosstuber. Has some beautiful pieces. Obviously likes a decent bit of colour. She's doing Emma Congdon's We Don't Inherit the Earth. She's doing the Baby Ark Sampler. She's doing the Lord Libidon's 151 Generation 1 Pokemon cross stitch that I'm also doing. So you can tell she really enjoys the craft. Her last video, which I actually watched today, she had a really nice haul on it. A little bit of neighbourly. I haven't bought anything. Oh, it's sat in my basket. I'm probably going to buy it, but it's sat in my basket. But yeah, she's really good attitude, really good projects, and I say just someone nice and new to add to the pot. So welcome to the Flosstube family, Amy. My second shout out is going to be for a gentleman called Don. Now, I've been waiting to see who would take up the mantle of Captain CrossStitch. It appears it is this man. Don is an American bloke who, surprisingly, has an interesting cross stitch. Many different patterns. Currently working on the Owl Forest embroidery squirrel, which I tell you now is sat in my basket and waiting for payday, because I did not know it existed. He's also done the Mill Hill Snowy Owl, the buttons and beads. And that's just, well, it's 2 of the things that he's currently doing. He's got so many projects. This may seem a little bit random. However, I kind of find his videos to be a little bit ASMR. The guy's got a very, very laid back way of talking, and there's kind of the way that he's filming it, it's like clearly next to his computer, and the sound that comes out, it's kind of like, I'm one of the people that I use a white noise machine to sleep, and it's just kind of, it's nice like to hit, like, it's probably just me, to be fair. If so, I'm happy with that, that's fine. I'm unique. So yeah, Don, he's also got a little bit of a, I say, geek chic nerdy herdiness. He does like his graphic novels. He's got some decent names for his episodes, but I'll let you go and look at those. He's also a writer as well. Don Chirby. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like science fiction books. Go and have a look, and I'll let him explain it all to you. But yeah, I say, just another nice person again, like Amy, to add into the mix, to join the Flosstube family. And yeah, I say, nice guy, some really, really good pieces, quite a few pieces to be honest. But yeah, I say, I'll let you find that one out for yourselves. But Amy and Don, go give them a watch. And that's all there really is for this month, for February. So plans going forward, what do I plan to do? Stitch. Well, there we go, fantastic. Okay, so no, plans going forward, I'm going to keep working on the gifts. I want to see if I can put in some more on the Hogwarts one, and obviously on the GOEST one. If I work on the Celtic Wheel, maybe, but I've remembered that, actually, is it there? Is it even in there? No, it's just the floss, you can't tell. But I need to look for my Between Two Pines one for my friend that I do the watch parties with. Because I'd like to work on those. I say, because gifts, I just need to get gifts out, because they just weigh, don't they? And otherwise, you just get guilt, and it's just not fun. And you know, it's like, yeah, I'm doing this for my niece, and oh, by the way, yeah, she's 40 now. Yeah, no, she's not at all. So yeah, I want to work on those for the gifts. I will continue working on, obviously, the dragon, at least the underwater dragon for the dragon SAL. May possibly also do the Chinese dragon. Waymond for the #gnomes everywhere SAL. Will get worked on as well a little bit, because I do enjoy working on him, and I've actually found I've got quite a few of the threads for it, which is quite nice. Just lovely. I really don't forget, people, to be kind. Especially when you don't know what's going on. And I'm going to go through my box at some point this week, or well, for the rest of this week or weekend, and see what I've got that I can throw into my 151 Pokemon. If not, I will write a list and I'll go down Hobbycraft and see what I can get from there. But yeah, if I'm honest, I would like to see if I can complete one day of my gotta stitch them all SAL for my Pokemon. Other than that, that's really it, to be honest. That's been me. The plans, stitching stuff, all good. Okay, well, if you've liked what you've seen, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. I understand there's a lot of us out there, so thanks for taking your time to spend with me. And yeah, again, I'll be back by the end of March. Oh, if you celebrated Valentine's Day, hope you had a lovely day. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed the 14th. But yeah, into March we go. I will see you at the end. Lots of love. Bye.